Thank you very much. Thanks everybody for coming. Wanted to thank BAI for putting on the Innovation Showcase. Once again, we love this event. We love the format. It's a lot of fun. I want to introduce co-founder of Malauzai, Danny Piangerelli. He'll be working the demos for us today. And of course, Mobile Banking Mo is here to help us out with the presentation as well. We're here today to deliver a message. Internet banking, as you know it, is dead. Mobile-only experience will start from today forward to dominate on the desktop. We've heard a lot about omni-channel. Today there were some great presentations earlier in the day. And the reality is one of the first key components of omni-channel is a very consistent experience. And that's what we're going to show you today, is a consistent mobile-only experience. Starting out with a little bit of history, we'll look at phones and iPads, and then we'll end up on the desktop and show you what that's all about. One last administrative detail. Of course, I have to take a picture and be the first person to tweet live from the BAI showcase. So here we go. I'll get this out of the way. So let's go ahead and start this story on the iPhone. We're also going to look at an iPad app. Basically, 5-6 years ago, native apps really took on the world and started to displace usage. Some of our clients now, 25 to 30% of their customers and members who use our app no longer use internet banking. They're voting with their feet, and mobile has become the most important thing. We can start out with statements. This is actually something we never thought we would see on the phone, but now you have the ability to view your statement, to print your statement locally, and to do pinching and using the cool navigation that the phone allows you to do. So statements on the phone, kind of something that took us a bit by surprise, but is a reality. P2p Payments, we hear a lot about this. This is a flavor of service that we're now seeing, both traditional ACH-based clearing as well as real-time P2P. We think real-time P2P is really going to be the most significant component to push P2P in terms of overall usage. And just when you look at how the app works and the navigation and the scrolling around, mobile-only experience is clearly something that your customers and members want and is superior to what's traditionally been delivered on the desktop. So let's go ahead and switch over to the iPad and take a look at this. Earlier, we saw a really cool demonstration from a company that showed you Google Glass and this concept of what we call auto login. What's really cool about innovation, and a point that we wanted to make, is that you need to be able to innovate and actually do things that you as bankers can implement today. It's great to look into the future and to see what's possible, but we like to do things that you can do today. Auto login is a feature that we have over 150 community banks that are live with that feature. We've been doing it for 3 years. The message here is that community banks can out-innovate money center banks, and not only can they, but they're doing it every single day. Mobile is a level playing field, and community banking has the ability to shine. When you look at the iPad app, a couple of key things that we want to take a look at. First is this service called Picture Pay, a different way of looking at bill pay. The hardest thing with bill pay is setting up payees. Now, you don't have to. You just take pictures, and those payees get set up automatically. When you look around and you scroll through the application, again, you see the consistent sidebar menu, the ability to drag and drop account panes across the screen. This is what makes a mobile-only experience. Let's change gears and take a look at what this looks like on the desktop. Right now, what we're seeing is this same iPad experience rendered inside a browser. A mobile-only experience on the desktop. This will completely disrupt the internet banking industry. We already have clients who are moving forward to launch this, and this is a completely different experience, a mobile experience on the desktop. It deals with the convergence so that all of your channels, as we said, in an omni-channel way, can run together. But most important, it has superior economics. The days of paying for internet banking and the days of paying for mobile separately are going away. You are now going to pay a single fee, and that fee will allow you to have your customers use services from internet, through phone, through tablet. Vastly superior economics when we look at this capability. As Danny goes through the application, what you can see is that it functions just like the iPad. Things like dragging and dropping, when you navigate through the spaces, and our favorite feature, the ability to turn on and off a debit card in real time. Think of the fraud implications if you had the ability to allow your customers to turn off their debit cards. When they're ready to use them, they turn them on. When they're done paying, they turn them back off. Fraud has been stopped in its tracks. We have over 100 financial institutions, community banks and credit unions live with that feature. There is not one money center bank who has that in a production environment. Yay for community banking. What you're seeing basically is this wonderful experience that your customers are going to have the ability to see on the desktop, delivered through a traditional browser, mirroring 100% what they get on a tablet or in a phone. A mobile-only experience, matching up the convergence that we're seeing in all the channels. The first component of omni-channel, bring your channels together from a look and feel perspective, but most important, superior economics, the ability for you to realize huge savings in your digital spend by having a single vendor provide capabilities across all of your channels. We have a t-shirt here that kind of illustrates this concept of MOX. We have a few of these in our booth. We would love to see you in the exhibit hall. We service over 300 community bankers. We're compassionate, not only compassionate, but we are passionate about community banking, and we believe it is a huge component of the financial service future. Thank you very much for listening to us today.